Hello, this is Leon from the Africa Group with a short video on how to cancel an invoice payment. So in this case, I have an example of a payment which was made by Tanzania Motorsports, and this was the amount, this was the invoice number, the paid amount was this much, the balance, and the date with which the payment was made was on the 6th of August. So in order to verify this payment, I can check on the system if I go to reports and if I select invoice payments. So from there I can select the customer name, in this case is Tanzania Motorsports. There's my customer, and since the date was in August, I can move the date to 1st of August. So I should see the payment here. The invoice number was 246. So 246 is this payment right here. So this was the payment, this is the tax invoice, and this is the amount as I've shown you from my example. Now, in order to cancel this payment, I would have to navigate to billing and go to the POS and select the customer. In this case is Tanzania Motorsports. There we go. And in order to cancel an invoice payment, we navigate to the return items feature in POS by clicking this button here. And once we have done that, we move the date to August, 1st of August, and we see a number of documents here, invoices and receipts, which we have done. In this case, we want to return the amount in question is 142,186, but we have two documents here. There's this document and there's this document here. So if I click on 246, this is the original tax invoice. So we do not want to return an item on the original tax invoice, but rather on the receipt with which the payment was made. And in this case, this is the invoice payment. And so we can use this to return the item. And how we do that is by clicking the Select Items button, which is found on the right side. So I'm clicking the button, and the invoice dated that much, and the quantity was just one item, that was the amount. I go ahead and click the Return Items button. And then this amount of money will be returned to the customer. Once I click Return, the item has been returned successfully, and I can choose to print the payment voucher or not. In this case, I don't choose to print, and I close that window. And in order to verify that, I can go back to the reports, and I will see that the payment is no longer there. The payment for 142,000 is no longer there since it has been voided. But I can also confirm by going to voided invoice payments. On clicking here, I should see Tanzania Motorsports. So we see that this payment was voided, right? And another way to confirm if it has been voided, I should see when I go to invoices summary and select, if I move back to January, sorry, if I move back to August and select Tanzania Motorsports as the customer, I should see an invoice here, 142.86. So if I click on it, this is the invoice for Tanzania Motorsport. It means it needs to be paid. Since the payment was cancelled, we'll be able to see it here. And so that's it. That's how you cancel an invoice payment in Inaya on the POS. Now, for this case, I canceled this invoice because I wanted to enter the correct amount which was paid by the customer. The customer paid 142 and 100, and did not pay the exact amount which was stated on the invoice. So you can see there's an excess of 86 shillings. So how I pay the correct amount is I go back to invoices summary, and I had already selected the invoice in question, so I can proceed to process the payment and then enter the correct amount here, which was paid by our customer. In this case is 142,100 shillings. Then process the payment, and I get a payment processed successfully, and don't print. So in this case, if I refresh, that payment would have already been processed. If I go back to invoice payments, and we would see Tanzania Motorsports has already been paid, and the paid amount is 142,100. So that's it. That's how you cancel, and in case you had made a mistake on the amount, that's how you rectify it. That's it. Goodbye.